This movie tells a story of Sarah, an Aboriginal lawyer, and her husband Fergus, who welcomed their second child amidst eerie supernatural occurrences. Sarah, estranged from her mother Ruth, who carries scars from a childhood encounter with the Moogai, a Bunjalung demon that snatches children, begins experiencing visions and warnings that the creature is targeting her newborn. As her fears escalate, she's dismissed by Fergus, doctors, and others, framing a narrative about gaslighting and intergenerational trauma. Unfortunately, the film's attempt to tie these themes to its horror elements feels superficial, with the historical context reduced to window dressing rather than a deeply felt undercurrent. Directed by Jon Bell and expanded from his 2020 short film, this movie aims to weave a chilling supernatural tale around the historical trauma of Australia's stolen generations. Unfortunately, it crash lands as a derivative, scare-free horror flick that squanders its potent premise. Despite a heartfelt attempt to address Indigenous suffering through the lens of a child-stealing boogeyman, the film is undone by clunky execution, shallow characters, and a laughably unthreatening monster, resulting in a forgettable genre entry that neither terrifies nor enlightens. The direction lacks the confidence needed to elevate the material, leaning on tired horror tropes, creepy drawings, shadowy figures, jump scares that feel lifted from a generic playbook. The Moogai itself is a critical misstep, its spindly, CGI-heavy design more akin to a low-budget knockoff of the Babadook than a menacing folkloric entity. Its appearances elicit chuckles rather than chills, undermining the film's serious tone. Scenes meant to build dread, like a snake in a crib or a baby enduring improbable physical mishaps, are either clumsily staged or unintentionally absurd, further eroding any sense of tension. The script's heavy-handed dialogue and on-the-nose metaphors about Indigenous assimilation, institutional betrayal, and maternal trauma leave little room for subtlety, spelling out its themes in ways that feel patronizing rather than profound. At a scant 86 minutes, this movie still feels padded, with repetitive scare attempts and interpersonal conflicts that go nowhere. Its cultural commentary, while well-intentioned, is never woven into the narrative with enough skill to resonate, unlike genre touchstones like Get Out, which balance character depth with social critique. The film's climax, driven by cheesy effects and overblown theatrics, sacrifices any lingering potential for emotional weight in favor of spectacle that falls flat. A late attempt to tie up its metaphors feels forced, leaving the story's historical and personal stakes unresolved. This movie deserves credit for tackling a painful chapter of Australian history, but its generic horror framework and lackluster execution make it a missed opportunity. With a creature that fails to scare and characters that fail to connect, it's a film that gestures at meaning without delivering the terror or insight needed to leave a mark. It's not worth to spend time to watch this. We do not recommend this movie at all.